How you guys doing? Welcome again to another wild time here with Violence Interrupters. I'm your host, P. Eson Keller. I'm CEO of Ulan, filling in for my boy T.O. Hardiman, Violence Interrupters. And we have with us today my co-host and my guest, you know what I'm saying, the one, the only. How you want to be addressed? Let's put it like that. Because this man, Phil, has many titles and names. I mean, he's all over the city with me. But I'm just going to introduce him as Phil, and you can take it from there, brother.
How y'all doing out there? My name is Phil Gregory. I'm the assistant director of organization Brothers Standing Together, and I'm here to assist my brother in whatever he needs. Mr. Eson.
Get ready to get it cracking.
Let's do it.
All right. So listen, today we're going to be talking about a couple of things. We do have a breaking premiere of our Violence Interrupters / Ulan video that just came out with our local celebrities in it, along with community activists, advocates, certain gang members that decided to put down the guns just for our cause because it's needed to cross these streets. So even if we made a little impact, just the few hours, that couple days we shot, it was worth it because those are a couple hours of people not on the streets. So yeah, but you will be seeing some sneak peeks of that, and I guess a little later on we'll probably open the lines up. But let's get right on into it. So, Phil, we're talking about the video. So, you actually a key player in the video, as they're going to see, you know what I'm saying, had your little parts and stuff. And we put you in there, of course, as one of our community activists here in Chicago. So what got you into the line of work? You know, what made you become an advocate or / community activist?
Okay, well, I've been involved in the community since I was a youth.
Tell them where you're from.
I'm actually from the near north side, Cabrini Green. I get involved in, when I was probably in 4th grade, Marion Stamps, you may know, remember her, she always fought for time, which was Cabrini Green. And I started there, going on field trips, bus to different locations throughout the city or suburb, and that right there sparked me to start taking a look at what's really happening in our community, you know, and so there, I got my start there.
Okay. All right, so you say you've been in about how many years now?
Whoa.
Not to tell your age, brother.
I know.
How long do you think you've been doing your thing?
If we look at that, that'd be a total of, since this 2016, 42 years.
That you've been pretty much
that I have been active in the community.
Okay.
And now that, you know, we've been going around throughout the city, I was just over local in that area, representing until her passing in 1995.
Okay. So, as another fellow community activist, let me ask you this. What are some of the things that you think, and I'm sure the viewers might have their input as well, what are some of the things you think that our city needs right now?
The things that I think they need?
On an overall general purpose, if you could decide if we have finance or not, but I mean, whatever you think.
Yeah, the economic part of is lacking.
And is this pertaining to what, the violence?
Yes, that's one of the reasons why the violence is at the all-time high it is today. Not only that, they don't have any community centers. When we was growing up, you know, we had Boys Club, YMCA, youth centers throughout the whole neighborhood. You know, you can go any side of the community and be playing chess, ball, going swimming, whatever it is. They have some type of daily activities for the youth to come out and do.
Right.
So today they don't have none of those in a lot of neighborhoods. You know, they might got one here and there, but unfortunately they took all that away. So the kids have that idle time and they don't know anything else.
The Devil's Playground, huh?
The Devil's Playground.
All right, well, once again, before we go any further, please feel free to call in. So the question of the day is, what do you think Chicago needs right now dealing with this violence epidemic? Call in at 312-738-1060. That's 312-738-1060. Well, real quick, without further ado, we're going to show this premiere. We're going to be showing it twice through the night and talking about certain key elements within it. This is groundbreaking material. It is history because we are the first Ulan / Violence Interrupters is the first ever Stop the Violence music video here in Chicago, where all the activists came together during this really crazy time. and members of different associations that really put down a gun just for that day. I mean, guys are really into it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Came there. You actually came to one of the events, you know what I'm saying, the taping, and they sat there. You would never have known. You know, they sat there quiet. They got in the shots and they got out. And though there might have been some tension, there was nothing that was said, nothing that was done. There was peace that day, and we're getting that all through the city now with this video. So without further ado, this is our Stop the Violence video, and it's also calling out every major city for a challenge. You know, we have all these other challenges. There's ice bucket and the cinnamon challenge. And there's even a condom challenge where you put up your head, right? Straight nonsense. So we're calling everybody out to say, we're starting in Chicago. This is the Stop the Violence Challenge, okay? So what you can do is you can go to YouTube and download the Self-Destruction instrumental and basically put your own gist on this track, whether you sing, dance, rap, do poetry, whatever you do, man, I'm talking about go all out and talk about what you see in your area, all right? So this is it right here. Without further ado, this is going to our challenge.
Your days coming. 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 Your days coming.
We all agree tonight, all of the speakers have agreed that America has a very serious problem.
Man, I'm keeping it 100. I'm not playing any games. All these other chants about love and ice buckets. Cinema, Chicago, the #1 murder capital in the world. So we're all here to support or to stop the violent movement in town. We're going hard for those that lost their lives and the new generation. The shorty, come on, let's get it. I'm sitting late night calls about this gunplay. I pull up on the scene, kids and text and AK. Jump out the whip, got bush, grab a shorty. Say just like it's about him before me. Support me, never ignore me. Cause the sacrifices from Chicago to go. We losing lives last weekend. 9 keeping 30 wounded. And now live babies getting hit from the shoots. Come on, man. I ain't wanna sit back and sell. I'm an activist, a new renegade and rebel. I'm an outlaw for the people cause I care. Man, each one teach one and don't stop there. See, I see it for these brains getting blown out like flames. I'm from the Greens, land left, or the land to the bank. But when I know what needs to get done to get it cracked, I'm a real man, need to get involved. Instead of backing up, smacking his feet. Cause the violence gotta stop. Cause the sirens from the police are the new alarm clocks. And I see red and yellow tapes through my hood. Little teddy bears, candles and cops. No good, wake up. I dare anybody to try this. We're self-destructive, we gotta stop the violence. You have the real boss for the city. The fast author was the worst death rate since 1997. Nearly 20 years. What about spoken word on his head? Lay your lyrics. Singers in the city flow like never before. Dance, please dance like never before. Dance with those that lost their lives. Respect. Now there's a handful of go-getters up and it goes down. Phone line, soldier, activists, and throw down like Paul McKinney, Eric Russell, Bishop Jones, Zerlene Smith, Jamal Green, Andrew Hunt, Janet Dyer Brown, Amina Mathis, Father Flanger, Mark Carter, Mama Roy, Grand Newberger, Pastor Grill, Phil Reagan, Lil Raymond, Pastor Wright, when Camp went to your Ottoman. These are the ones every day up in the struggle, cause so tax, they talk like the people in my jungle. Till they drop to the concrete like rap, godmothers break it down, streams of insane, so many on the hunt, in the struggle we vet, cause Chicago is still hard, we gotta act now. Real men stand up for wild hunters that have backs down to us. Go get us, got the power. When I put that on my mama, cause I died for this thing. I represent the winning city, one city race. Y'all know real men stand up. True father, new gangsters, working man, blue collar, scholar. Let's get it. Be different and grab their own buck. Every time I show these guys, man, it's all out. Don't grab, take 9, grab that a homie's head. Cause education for a brother be snatched like contraband. You know what the movement is time to move from. Straight to the top. Organizations like Dude on the switch for movement and violence interrupters. Total protection, first for life, you saw senators. No green Chicago, ghetto heaven, POET. Increase the harvest rise, and I'm a company, so get it with us. Again, I dare you to try this. It's the #1 challenge, and it will stop the violence. This challenge only for the real, die hard, spoken go-getters that want to represent their city. Come with that heat. Go to YouTube and download the Self-Destruction instrumental. It's wild out. Look for the campus one, and your vision is on the beat. Those who have found us and paved the way. This is about to be the #1 challenge in the world. Stop the violence. What's going on where you live? Now, get ready to finish this off with a spoken word piece to represent how we feel. Unjustified death have heightened our aggression and persistence. The fact signals blasting, cause our babies and soldiers have fallen, but we're all here to witness. Parasite did, Michael Brown, Jeffrey Kemp, Virginia Boyd, Phil Coleman, John Crawford, Betty Jones, Chris Antonio Legria, Samir Wright, Osama McIntosh, Eric Garner, LaQuan McDonald, Charles Brown, Six Pack, 77 Tyson Lee, Trayvon Martin, Ronald Johnson, Sandra Brent, New Luke, Nikia Olden, Mario Bailey, yeah. Now it's time to fuel this fire and get certain people out of office, cause either way it goes, though, we're tired of Candy's coffin, cause we demand justice now, cause it's just us, and we don't bow down to the system, down to corrupt politicians, down to crooked count policing, down to hold back videotape policing, cause we demand justice now, we demand justice now. Much love to everybody, baby. Geraldine Smith, love you, baby. That's right. Going hard, baby. We straight Inglewood right now. Cutting it up. One love to the Graves, baby. Got Jay Moore in the house. Yes, sir. My boy Ant. Sam. Let's get it. Chicago. We've been through so much. Light Builders United. Go down. Ain't no shine, but they don't shine right in the shine. That Chicago, we go get it. This is Go Town, baby. That's where you from, wanna go home, what? Real talk. Self-destruction. Never say this. Love you, boo-boo. Just be that ill now. Production, famo.
All right. So that was it. Yes.
Yes.
World premiere here on Can TV. That was, of course, a nationwide Stop the Violence challenge, you know, that we're putting out right now. Let me go ahead and make sure that we're good. Let me just say that, you know, there was a lot going on to the making of that video. As you see a video and you watch it, you just notice some of the clips. But in order to put everything together, to make it congruent, to edit it, to get the pieces, to know what parts to bring in what places, it was a lot of work.
Yeah,
and of course, as you see the different local celebrities, the activists that were in there, the dancing group, I don't know if you guys know that, but that was Dynasty. That's a group called Empire.
Okay.
And they are the Empire Dance Company by my girl Letitia. And they are like phenomenal. They've won major trophies for Chicago.
Okay.
And they're directed and based right now out of South Shore. So we got to give it up to them because they're, you know, with us, you know, with Yulon, you know, doing the things, and Violence Interrupters. And we also want to thank all the different actual just people that came out and supported, you know, whether we call those, you know, and all of those clips were actually from our stuff, you know, from the rallies that we had, the protests, times when we had sit-ins, times when we just marched together, walked, times when we talked, we laughed. I mean, you know, those are all parts of, you know, that we did, you know, because we were allowed to, you know, to film it. So we'll be showing a couple more clips of that before we go, just to give you guys, and you can go to YouTube as well. On YouTube, it's just Pete Eson Keller, that's my name. Look up Pete, like in the Bible, Peter, without the R, Pete, P-E-T-E, Eson, E-S-A-U-N, Keller. That is on my page. Feel free to share it. Again, that's Pete Eson Keller, or you can just look up Nationwide Stop the Violence Challenge. So, get back into Chicago, okay? Because, I mean, this is kind of focused around Chicago. What do you think was some of the solutions now? I mean, we said some of the problems, what we think, you know, is going on. But let's talk about solutions, because in this show, we do want to kind of keep it going and give people ideas about what they can do. And before we go any further, do you have a website or email where people can get in touch with you if they want to find out more about BST or what you're doing, you know, specifically?
Yes, you can go to www.brothersstandingtogether.org, and you can find out anything about our organization, what we're about, our mission, and as well, you can also just go in and see if some of the information that we provide can be helpful to you guys. So we have plenty of resources and people that you might want to contact. And so if not, you can just give me a call at 312-894-9695. My name is Phil Gregory. Feel free to call anytime if you having some of your children or somebody, family member that is in need of some assistance as far as mentoring. You know, feel free to call us. We can help them with their expungements, getting back enrolled in school, getting their GED, or whatever the case might be. So feel free to call anytime, 312-894-9695.
All righty, good plug. You know what I'm saying? I can always count on Phil. You know, Phil's been with us for a very long time as far as in our association and us connecting together. And we're both definitely, you know what I'm saying, from the north side. And, man, I appreciate you, brother. You know what I'm saying? I'm citywide. I've been on the south side for years, on the west side, so I'm all over. You know what I'm saying? You know, we were wide around this piece. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, we
much
are.
love to T.O. Hardiman, you know, who's out here, you know, in the trenches with us
Right,
every
T.
day. You know, T.O.,
I'll
you know,
tell you.
Big Broski. You know, he has Violence Interrupters. You can also reach him at tohardiman.com or go to his webpage, you know what I'm saying, as well as his Facebook, which is T.O. Hardiman as well. Feel free to look both of those up. I just wanted to say, Phil, you know, I know that we're going on a lot of marches and stuff. What do you say to the people who have started off marching with us? Because we see this all the time. What about the people who started off just so fired up, you know? They wanted to save the world. They come in, they were full of life. They can't wait. They call us all the time. And then slowly but surely, because I feel that things are moving fast enough, they kind of like slowly fade out. What do you say to encourage those type of people, Phil? Because we talk about that all the time when we come across them.
Right. Well, my thing is, when they fall off like that, I know they're dealing with something. You know, it's a lot of distractions out there, which causes us to fall to the wayside as far as the movement and the struggle. That one was full of energy. They was excited, and then all of a sudden, you know, they seemed like they lose interest. It's more things as far as the economy, you know, financials that can play a major role in it. You know, the children they might have to attend, or their job prevents them from really staying involved in it. But going back to the beginning, they fall off based on something happens during that time where they feel that they're not being heard, or it's going in the wrong directions. It's not based on them.
Now, are you pertaining this to some of the youth? Or are you pertaining to young adults?
it's
Who would be
both.
the main class of this, do you think?
Both, because again, it started when we was young, coming up. And you seen some of the guys out in the streets, they was full about it, and then they fell off and went the other way and got distracted doing their own thing, where they got involved in drugs or whatever, you know. And
So
that
what
happened.
would be some of your, like, say, for instance, key words, you know what I'm saying, things or encouraging phrases or lines? What would you tell these type of people that have started off with BST or ULUN or any grassroots organization through the city, and all of a sudden they just stop going and lose interest? What would you tell them?
You cannot give up. The fight and the struggle is real. If you believe that you sit yourself down for that moment and think it's going to continue on, and one of the main reasons why the movement is moving in that direction, in the right direction, then you need to stay on that grind in that and stay grounded and plugged into it, because without you, that's what happened. Other people see that. Like, if you wish to do that, for me, I'm like, man, well, Easton gone, T.O. gone, or Andrew Holmes gone. I'm not going to go sit down. And that
So
is
it's
not
influence.
right. It's a positive influence. See, I watch you. You inspire me.
All right.
T.O. inspired me. Andrew, that's motivation for me. The determination and motivation of the struggle and the drive has to continue on regardless of what I might be going through. I have
Right.
other issues that I deal with on a daily basis, but they don't stop me from getting out there, going to check on my people,
Right.
and going to make sure
In their grind,
I'm on point on whenever you have something going. You call me up, don't I be there? If
Yep.
I can make
Right
it,
on the
I'm
spot.
on point. Only because I have to support you. Because I know what direction you're going in, and I know if I don't come out there and help, and other brothers don't come out and help, you feel like you're out there alone, and you can't do this by yourself.
Right.
We all need to be as one and come together as a unity, as a whole, and make this possible. That's the only way it's going to work. And when they see us stand together, they know it's the force to be working with.
Okay. So you heard it right here, violence interrupters. I think those are really key points. One of the main things that I feel you about is that when you said that each one of us needs that support. So say, for instance, if I call up somebody, I want to know they're there. I think that's why many of us are affected when these people start off and they seem so encouraged in it, and then they kind of fall apart. So me, myself, I think one of the things that I would tell you guys is that everyone has that day. I have that day all the time. And me being a single parent, I have double the trouble because my I have teens, 2 teens that are still living with me, and each one has their, their own issues, along with the streets, they have to deal with, along with my organization they have to deal with, along with other organizations that I connect with, along with personal issues, the list goes on, family, and so I think, and it's spiritual, a lot of times we have these spiritual ties too, that are strong or may get weak, and you want to keep them going as well, whatever you do, whatever you believe in. But my point is that don't get discouraged, it happens to the best of us.
Right.
A lot of times I know a lot of people vent, with other people, or they get on social media and vent.
Right.
Whatever you got to do, you could come talk to us as well. With ULON, what we do is we help a lot of brothers and sisters that have come home from the penitentiary or might have an X on their back and are trying to get employment and or schooling. So we try to work with those people as well as counsel the youth. I've taken on a lot of youth. Sometimes my plate feels like it's, overrunneth, but, I keep it going, and there's always room for more. So if you want to get in touch with me, you can definitely call our main line, which is 312-834-8020. Again, that's 312-834-8020. And that's the ULON, ULON, line. Feel free to call in. And the website is www.ulon, which is ULON.us, with US. So www.ulon.us. We have all kinds of listings for jobs on there. You can see our videos or whatever. Now, without further ado, today is the video day because the premiere. We've been hitting it all day on social media, everywhere we're going. The lines are blowing up. So without further ado, again, we're going to get back into it and kind of, take you out with that, man. We love y'all. Stay encouraged.
Your day's coming. 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 Your day's coming.
We all agree tonight, all of the speakers have agreed that America has a very serious problem.
Man, I'm keeping it 100. I'm not playing the games. All these other chants about love and ice buckets. Constantly, Chicago is the #1 murder capital in the world. So we're all here to support or to stop the violent movement in town. We're going hard for those that lost their lives. Even the new generation, the shorty, come on, let's go.
I like what you having to wear that day. That was perfect. Black Lives Matter. Okay. You see it? Yeah, you and all these guys.
You went in on that.
That's the talk of the streets right now. Where I come from. I seen your video.
They asked me about the video. Right. He said that they was asking Ray about it. He said he didn't even know that.
Right.